The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Check line 54. Line 54. We're pretty quiet.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And some room to maneuver. That good for 22 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he's going to go down again. Jarrell Casey able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Break. Mike is 59. Harlan, 64. Weak.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. Fielded at the 33. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds. And
the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. As they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13. As they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13.
42 to the mic, 42. 42 to the mic. I'm coming. He's crashing. He's running.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Able to push his way through. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Throwing on second down. Tannehill. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
3 down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brissett now. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And the Colts, first down.
First down, Brissett. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Wake picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
That's good.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
18 Gator.
Tannehill now to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Taywan Taylor, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Lewis here on first down. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Derrick Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Set, 8, read. Come on, come on,
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On first down, it's Lewis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Lewis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Lewis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Off play action, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw is Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Colts.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Nashville, it's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. We're set on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Indy. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. He's definitely making his mark early in the year from the tight end position. 2 games played, 2 touchdowns.
And from what I've seen on tape so far this year, his ability to use the fakes well, his body in the red zone, they should continue to look his way through the entire season.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Lewis, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Malcolm Butler dialed the corner blitz and earned the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He finds an opening past the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
That's another Titans first down.
On first down, it's Lewis. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 31, check 31. Hit it.
They try again with Lewis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Titans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars.